Hey guys, Articulation again, this time with an overview of all the F91 model kits, the old ones at least. And if you want a more in-depth review with a little bit more detail, links are right here or in the description down below. Now, back with the overview. The first thing you'll immediately notice is that there are some radical differences in height. And this really nicely shows you how both sides, both the Federation and Cosmo Babylonia, were trying and kind of experimenting with miniaturized mobile suits. Some not quite as good, while others worked out quite well. Now, a little bit more about the model kits themselves. Overall, I gotta say, I was really pleasantly surprised with this range. They're really old models, all the way back from 91, which means that they predate the Gundam Wing kits, the G Gundam kits, but as I said, price quality overall is really good. And I didn't really have any problems putting them together. All the seam lines are pretty well hidden. No real problems. And of course, as far as the kit goes, there's only one that really stood out as being a little bit bad. Actually, quite bad perhaps. There we go. So, overall, really good. But, of course, since they are old kits, they will have a few problems here and there. And one of the first things you'll notice is articulation isn't always as great. The main problem I've noticed, and this is really a trend with almost all of them, is knee articulation. Usually they only have one joint at the knee, which gives them at most 90 degrees, the notable exception being the main mobile suit here, the F91 itself. And sometimes, like with the heavy gun and a G cannon, you can kinda try to modify them to get them to move actually significantly more, which really begs the question, why not just let Bandai do it? But overall, articulation is still decent enough for kits of these age. It's kind of what you'd be expecting. Another downside is, and it doesn't really have to do with age this time, is that the accessories aren't always as elaborate and they're not always as much as you'd want. The two exceptions this time are, once again, the F91 and the gun tank. The F91 comes with all the accessories you'd expect, and the gun tank actually comes with accessories you wouldn't expect. It comes with like the little bullets, the missiles, so actually things that you'd expect with like a master grade or those high grade Universal Centuries hard graph kits. So this guy actually comes with, in a sense, too much accessories, whereas kits like the heavy gun here, and also the Bergegeris, which is off screen, and the Vignagina, and oh dear, so no, they didn't like this guy, he's showing it. So yeah, those kits, they don't even come with beam sabers, no toothpicks. And then we have the G cannon here, which doesn't come with any handheld accessories at all. So that really could have been a bit better. But on to the good things. The beam shields are absolutely gorgeous, even if sometimes they can't really wield them that well. Another major advantage is the price. These are really cheap model kits. Most of them go for 800 to 1000 yen. The gun tank is 600 and the F91 is by far the most expensive at 1400 yen retail price. So if you're thinking right now, ooh, that guy looks pretty good, or I like that one, well, I could totally recommend them because they're so dirt cheap. You can't really go wrong with that kind of price tag. Even if the accessories are a bit lacking and the articulation could have been a little bit better. And one final really awesome thing is they all come with their own Waterslide Decals. And this was my biggest surprise of them all. you wouldn't expect them to come with something like this, something that we immediately associate with master grades, even though with the master grades we get rub transfer decals and not waterslide decals. But still, you get my point. So as an overall conclusion, these kits were so good that once I saw that they were getting that the Silhouette Formula F91 kits, which are kind of like the next line after these kits, when they got a restock on HLJ for, I'm not sure anymore, either it was this month August or next month September. Anyways, once I saw that, I immediately clicked the pre-order button to get all of them. And I gotta say, that does sound a little bit more impressive than it is because, like I said, the price. So, in short, almost all of these kits are really cheap, and for that price, they are really, really good. And of course, the question now is, which one is my favorite of them all? Which do I think is the best one? Well, bigger isn't always better. And I just have to go with the gun tank because all of the bad things I mentioned, they don't really apply to this guy. Starting with the kind of crappy articulation. Well, when you have caterpillar threads stuck to your calves, you can't really be expected to have 180-degree articulation at the knees, right? And, well, accessories, like I said, this guy comes with enough accessories to make a diorama all on his own. And then we of course have the extra play features of the transformation. And this guy, yeah, there's just so much to do with the little guy. He's the smallest, which also means that he's by far the funniest. I mean, just comparing him to any other 1/100 scale is hilarious. So in short, I could totally recommend all of them, with the exception of perhaps also the F91 because, well, we have the master grade, unfortunately. Well, and that's all for this quick overview. Be sure to leave your own thoughts, remarks, opinions, and whatnot in the comment section down below. And see you guys next time.